Hello and welcome back to day 6 of our foray through Drinks by the Drams, 12 Drams of Christmas. We're up to number 6, we're halfway down the hole. Is this where it all comes to pieces, or can we maintain some sliver of consistency? I didn't do so well on that last one, that telescope diddled me there, pretending to be an eyelid, but I still got the 1 point. We haven't gone a 0 on any yet, yes. So I think that's our professionalism shining through.
What is doing consistently well is this advent calendar. There's been nothing disappointing, nothing boring, nothing prosaic today. It's all being quirky, distinctive.
It's been a pretty spicy mix there. So, Dave will don the hat and we'll get straight back into it.
I should say I'm basically blind as is without my glasses, but for the appearance of a thing, I should at least finish the job and properly blind myself with this hat. So I have no preconceptions, no impressions whatsoever of what we're about to try.
This poor cardboard box is really suffering here.
They've definitely fortified their product for packaging.
Yeah, props to them. This is built to move. Yes. Built to come out of the box subsequently, maybe not so much, but the thing is starting to look pretty beat up, but never mind. Alright, so, let's see what Dave's going to, have a look. Look at this. This will be very interesting, won't it? This will be extremely interesting. This could be the real get, or it could be a real tragedy. But we'll see which way it goes. If I want to make loaded statements here, but it would come into the realm of coaching, because if I got too excited, I'd start to give things away.
Oh.
Needless to say, it's going to go one way or the other. Here we are.
Thank you.
So Dave is going to make 3 assumptions, of course, about this whiskey. The nature of the spirit itself, whether it is a single malt, a blend, or a grain. We're not going to make any bones about whether it's a blended malt or blended whiskey, because that's just tough. So it's just blend or not. He's then going to go further out on the plank and tell me what distilling region it is from, and then he's going to jump off completely and hopefully land on the minuscule target of which distillery it came from, or in the case of the blend, which blend it is. So, see how we go.
I'm going to loosen this around my nose a little without exposing my eyes so I can smell a little better.
Realistically, you can probably take it off if you want to. You can't see the bottle anymore.
No,
so
you can't see the whiskey either, and that's probably helping. Colour and texture and whatnot. That is distinctly sweet. There is some sherry richness going on here.
It is quite rich, and it's pretty smooth, as you say.
Reasonable strength. This is not some watered down 40% or less offering, as far as I am discerning olfactorily. All I can do now is taste it. Oh, wow. Something caught in the back of the throat.
Dave making sure it's tasting it with the whole apparatus.
There was a degree of heat I was not anticipating. Let's try another sip of that. Do a bit go. Oh. There is definitely some heft I was not expecting there. This may be somewhat stronger than I was expecting.
Do you think that's weight, or do you think that's strength?
Possibly both. There's a weight and oiliness to the body, but also an alcohol strength which is imparting a degree of burn. Oh. Would you be so kind as to add a merest drop of water to that?
Just a microscopic quantity here.
Thank you.
So are we confident on the nature of the whiskey?
I would say with reasonable confidence this is a single malt.
All right,
it could even be a single.
We've got single malt for the category.
Possibly even cask strength, based on the intensity of that burn that happened just then. But that could just be a mishap of my slightly inhaling as I consumed. We'll see though. There is a faint hint of vulcanized rubber on my nose, so I'm thinking lots of sherry cask.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, I'm hedging my bets towards this being a very distinctly Highland and predominantly sherry cask single malt. It's got a richness of flavour which suggests a certain age, but a fiery vivacity which suggests a slightly younger whiskey. I'm torn. Part of me wants to say it's Glendronach Highland because it's quite fiery and Highland and youthful, but at the same time Highland, I know, or at least if I recall right, had a lot of bourbon cask involvement, maybe exclusively, in which case it cannot be that.
Oh, ultimately, there can only be one. So far, we've got a single malt. We're going for Highland. And the last diminishingly microscopic target, which I'm still going to be very surprised if either of us get ever.
Part of me wants to say it's Glendronach 12, but it's far too intense and fiery a flavour for it. Glendronach 12 is a more mellow, based on my recollection, a more mellow, inviting, engaging sweetness. Tricky. We could even be verging into Speyside a little bit. We could be creeping over the border. There's a lot of sherry cask. I don't believe it's Edradour because the sulphurous intensity is not there. Oh, damn. The things you've said so far have thrown me slightly. My mind wants to believe that there's Glendronach or Benriach going on, which broadens the options a little. Not Glenfiddich. No, I have been slightly thwarted.
Right, countdown timer has been engaged.
I'm going to guess some kind of independently bottled Glendronach.
All right then.
Around 10 to 12 years old.
Well, you're partially wrong and partially right.
As I doff the cap of mystery
and
don my glasses of actually seeing like a human being again.
You've gotten the first point. You've gotten the easy one. It is indeed a single malt. And possibly you were led astray by just how much flavour they managed to pack in.
Yes.
The 40% Glengoyne 10-year-old.
Wow, Glengoyne 10, which is one of my one of my classic favourites.
Classic favourite
but I've
whiskies.
not tried for a number of years.
Yeah, I knew this one was going to be. It was going to go one of two ways.
Yeah.
I think in terms of exactly what you were picking up, you were bang on because this Glengoyne, all Glengoyne is quite a heavily sherry matured whiskey, but it doesn't have the sort of funky, spiky sherry matured elements that. Especially Benriach, but also Glendronach can have. It's more of a salubrious, kind of a laid-back, sherry matured character. It's a very sort of easygoing kind of a whiskey. I think you started yourself down the wrong track when you thought it was stronger than it was. It's obviously they must cram that flavour in if they. If it spoke to you as a stronger than 40%
definitely,
whiskey.
Even with the addition of a slight touch of water you added, it still feels like something strong, much stronger than 40%.
And it's been quite a while since we've caught up with Glengoyne, so who knows what they're up to over there between
I think the last time I had Glengoyne may have been 2014.
It may have been. It was a long time ago. I think we've tried a bit of Glengoyne over the years. We've even tried you had the 21-year-old at some point.
I sampled some
fabulous whiskey, but they really are for a whiskey that is lowland. One of the very few lowlands now. Although
Highland, depending on which side of the road.
Well, yeah, depending on which side of the road you're on. What is it?
So Glengoyne famously distilled on one side of the road and warehouse and mature whiskey on the other side of the road.
I think the distillery is on the lowland side and the warehouse is on
the northern side. Therefore, Highland.
It just goes to show how little these designations really mean. Glengoyne's only real stipulation is that they're very, very anti-peat, and you certainly didn't get any of that. So you were.
The Glengoyne labels used to boast that it's untainted by peat smoke. They've dialed back on that recently. They're not quite so confrontational about it, but still very much
they've dropped
devoutly unpeated whiskey.
They've dropped the peat hate, but they still don't think they use it. But so that's. In a way, I think you did a lot better than I did for the telescope.